Sure. Here it is in a copy-friendly format. Why most people stay living paycheck to paycheck. Have you ever looked at your bank account a few days before payday and wondered where all your money went? You work hard. You show up every day. You get paid regularly. Here it is in a sure. Here it is in a copy-friendly format. Sure. Here it is in a copy-friendly format. Why most people stay living paycheck to paycheck. Have you ever looked at your bank account a few days before payday and wondered where all your money went? You work hard. You show up every day. You get paid regularly. Yet somehow, every month feels like a race to the finish line. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of people live paycheck to paycheck, regardless of how much they earn. In fact, some people making six figures are struggling just as much as those earning much less. So, why does this happen? The answer isn't always low income. Often, it's a combination of habits, systems, and financial decisions that quietly keep people stuck. Let's break it down. The first reason is lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending increases every time your income increases. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car. You get a promotion, so you move into a more expensive apartment. You get a bonus, so you start spending more on dining out, subscriptions, and vacations. At first, these upgrades feel deserved. After all, you've worked hard for them. But over time, your expenses rise right alongside your income. The result? Even though you're earning more money than ever before, you don't feel any richer. Many people believe that a bigger paycheck will solve their financial problems. But if spending rises at the same pace as income, nothing really changes. The second reason is relying too heavily on debt. Debt can be useful when used carefully. The problem is that many people use debt to finance their lifestyle. Credit cards make it easy to buy things today and worry about the cost later. Car loans allow people to drive vehicles they otherwise couldn't afford. Buy now, pay later services make purchases feel smaller than they really are. Over time, these payments start stacking up. $100 here, $200 there. Eventually, a large portion of each paycheck is already spoken for before it even arrives. Instead of working for themselves, people end up working for their bills. The third reason is a lack of emergency savings. Life is unpredictable. Cars break down, medical bills appear, jobs get lost. Unexpected expenses happen to everyone. The difference is that people with emergency savings can absorb these shocks, while those without savings are forced to rely on debt. Every emergency becomes a financial setback. And because those setbacks keep happening, it's difficult to make progress. Even saving a small amount consistently can create a safety net that prevents one bad month from becoming a long-term problem. The fourth reason is not investing early enough. Many people think investing is only for the wealthy, but investing is one of the main ways ordinary people build wealth over time. The problem is that people often wait. They say they'll start investing after they pay off debt, after they get a raise, after they make more money, after life becomes less expensive. But that perfect moment rarely arrives. Meanwhile, years pass by. The power of investing comes from time. The earlier you start, the more opportunity your money has to grow. Even small contributions can become significant over the long run. The fifth reason is that most people focus on income but ignore financial systems. Making more money is important, but earning money and managing money are two different skills. Some people earn modest incomes and steadily build wealth because they follow simple systems. They automate savings, they track expenses, they invest consistently, they avoid unnecessary debt. Others earn much more but spend every dollar that comes in. Without a system, higher income alone often isn't enough. So, how do you stop living paycheck to paycheck? Start by tracking where your money actually goes. Most people underestimate how much they spend on small daily purchases. Next, build an emergency fund, even if you start with a small amount. Then focus on reducing high interest debt. Create automatic transfers to savings and investment accounts. Most importantly, Avoid increasing your lifestyle every time your income increases. When you earn more, try saving or investing part of the difference before adjusting your spending. Breaking the paycheck to paycheck cycle doesn't happen overnight. It's usually the result of dozens of small decisions repeated over months and years. The good news is that if small habits can keep you stuck, small habits can also set you free. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to build financial freedom. Because the day your money starts working for you is the day you stop working only for your next paycheck. And that changes everything.